Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Rogers, a licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I'm a network engineer.
And together we are Tabletop Coffee, right?
Yes, we are, where we are bold and never ever.
Bitter.
Yeah.
And tonight we're going to talk about how to maintain that relationship. Maintenance. Stay tuned. We'll show you how it's done.
But this morning, we were talking about something that just was really fascinating to me. We were talking about your elbow. Chuck's been having problems
Tennis
with
elbow, golfer's elbow in the past.
Yeah, so Chuck texted me over the weekend and asked me to pray for him because he was having just a lot
it was
of
really
pain
hurting
in his elbow. And we talked about that this morning, and it kind of tied into relationship as well.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, so tell me about that.
Well, a few years ago, I was having trouble with a shoulder. I went to the chiropractor across the street. He says, Jeff Lowe's, and he says, Chuck, there's nothing to adjust. He sent me to my doctor. They gave me an injection. That didn't help. Then they sent me for x-rays, and then I got sent to physical therapy. I'd never been to physical therapy before.
Right.
They do their assessment, and then they have you come in a couple times a week and give you these really funky exercises. Have you ever been to PT?
I have never done PT, but I have been to a chiropractor who has really turned more into a physical therapist. So, I've done all these crazy exercises.
So, they start out, they give you these exercises to do. And to begin with, it was like, a green tube, like a band. And then you progress through those to a red tube. And then it was a blue tube, and you're like, stick them in a door and close it, and then use this.
That's
and then
right.
Do this and back here, and I'm like, really, this is
not gonna work. This is just busy work.
You do realize I lift weights, right?
Exactly.
And you're gonna ask me to pull on this rubber band, and I was like, okay, fine. You're the professionals. I came to you. I'm paying money to you.
Right.
I will listen. I will do what you say. And by gum, they were right.
Yeah.
It didn't take very long at all, and my shoulder got better. It was just this very amazing thing. And then over time, when the pain goes away, I stop doing the exercises.
Right.
And then eventually what happens?
Yeah, it comes back.
Pain comes back because I wasn't doing the exercises. And then I'm like, oh gosh, there's pain. I guess I should get out my paper and follow the directions and do these exercises again. So I did, and then what happens is the pain goes away again, right? Because they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and it will go away for a little while, and you'll be okay for a little while, and you think, oh, I won't have to do these at all anymore.
Or sometimes you just forget because the pain's not there to remind you.
Yeah, that's true.
About it.
Sure.
Yeah, so I do a lot of individual counseling. I do a lot of marriage counseling as well. And people in my office, I try to tell every client, couple that I see, look, I'm going to teach you to do some stuff, and it is extremely simple. The stuff I tell people is so very simple, not easy.
Exactly. That's right.
But it's very simple. I said, you will leave here today, and you will say, I can't believe we paid that man that much money to teach us to do this.
That's right.
And then I send them an email that night, usually, with detailed line by line, do this, do this, do this, do this. And they're supposed to practice this before we talk again. Yeah. It's like the physical therapy. Go home and do these exercises, And I give them these specific things to do. And typically if they do them, they typically get better.
Right.
And then what do you think happens after a while?
Oh, you stop doing it because everything seems to be getting back on track. So you kind of lose focus on what you were doing, those little intricate, simple things that you changed. And then all of a sudden, things seem to be going okay. And then you just start falling back and dropping off. And then all of a sudden, your elbow's hurting again.
Yeah, the marriage pain comes back again because you're not doing those simple exercises.
Right. And that goes to, did a video a long time ago on the magic 5.5 hours.
Oh yeah, the magic 5.5 hours.
And
yes.
I think it turned to the magic 6 hours. Although
good memory. Yeah,
but it's that just doesn't roll off.
I like the magic 5.5 hours.
Spending 20-25 minutes a day.
There you go. Good job.
Yeah,
he does listen to me.
I used it. Yeah, Lisa and I do that all of the time. I'll get home at the end of the day and we'll spend 20-25 minutes, actually probably longer than that.
Just debriefing your day, just talking about the fabric of your day.
Yeah. And so anyway, we'll put a link to that up here if you haven't had a chance to watch that, because it really is good. Yeah. But yeah, that's great too, because if you've sent them an email, you were talking about bringing out that little piece of paper and reading through it again for physical therapy. They can go back to that email and go through what you've told them to do.
Yeah, there's specific things that we know from research that work for relationships, and you do them, you typically get better, and you don't do them, you typically don't do quite as well. Making sure to take 20-25 minutes a day, debriefing your day, 5.5 hours together, doing couples things.
Right.
So all these pieces that we've been talking about for a long time on our channel just need to be done on a regular basis.
Yeah. That's right.
Hey, I hope that was helpful for you. If you liked it, please subscribe. We would appreciate it.
Yes, and be sure and ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming videos.
Make sure to like it.
Yep, share it with your friends.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time.
Keep doing those exercises.
They work.
They do.
I had Josh in here last night.
Oh, in here?
Yeah, so we were talking, and then we were also talking about the video that we did about how it's just a terrible tradition for someone to come to the father and ask for the hand of the daughter.
Yes.
And he had not seen that video, so I was talking to him about that video because Josh and I had just gone through that a few months ago.
Yeah, because he came to you and asked for Lindsay's hand in marriage, and
I know, and so he was telling me, he said, you did a video on that? I said, oh yeah, you need to go watch that video. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll put that up here, and I'll put this at the end of the video so you'll get a chance to see it.